Well, hello, hello, hello. It's Coach Athena, and I am back for your wellness, self-care check-in. Okay, so what do they have to say to us today? So, our first check-in is our soul check-in. Okay, what does my soul need? Seven sisters. This is what your soul needs this week. So, what do the seven sisters have to say? First of all, let me tell you, seven sisters represents creativity. That's what it said under the bottom. On the bottom. The seven sisters come from the temple of conjurers. They're manifestors. Okay? The element is air. Air is learning. Aha, I'm gonna learn something, huh? And the seven sisters represents the goddess of creativity. Okay? Their guidance: create, and create. Manifest. You have the power to manifest. And I want to read something to you because I am on this journey too, guys. I told you I don't teach you what I don't learn, what I haven't learned. Your brow chakra, which is your third eye, sits up in here, right behind, in between the ear and, yeah, it's like in between the ear and the eye. It's like somewhere right now, okay? Your brow chakra. This is where you start to understand mental concepts, why you do some of the things you do. One of the concepts that it includes is that our concept of reality. Here we project our perception daily, our projection of reality onto the world around us. And that is the world we create. When I read this, I was like, oh my goodness. It's similar to in the Bible when they talk about what you speak, you will be careful of your tongue. When you speak will manifest. We create our reality. We create what is around us. Okay? It is our concepts of the world that is difficult, challenging place that must be confronted at every turn. Then that is the world we create for ourselves. So we're allowing external resources, external forces to come in, influence what's already in us, and now we done created this alternative world based on what they want, but not based on anything you want. So anything you with the Life Calling Coach, it's a path of purpose. This is all my ministry, my calling is about. It's helping you get to the point of purpose, the path of purpose, to get to living on purpose, okay? And if we change our conceptualization of the world to be one of peace, support, love, and encouragement, then that is the world that we will begin to create. What does your soul need? For you to create that peace that God has already told you is yours. Your gifts are crying out. Yeah, this whole thing is about purpose. God has put some seeds down in you, and they are crying to get out. Your blood remembers the seeds that God planted, and they were planted way before you even got in your mama's womb, way before you, but He purposed you be way before. That's in the Word. Way before you became physical, a thought. So your embodiment This is your message. This is what you really need to take to heart. This is what you need to be in prayer about. Okay? You are a divine nation within yourself. You don't need the external influences. God has already said you have matured. I'm pulling you away from that pastor. You don't need to be there right now. I need to speak to you one-on-one. It's you and me right now. It's me and the Lord. Okay? Now, I'm not saying your pastor don't serve a purpose. No, he becomes your mentor at that point. Because now you're dealing with God one-on-one. When we are babes in Christ, that's why he puts us under a shepherd. When we're babes in him, we're learning. It's just like when we have kids. When they're younger, when they turn 18, no, you going out there and deal with them one-on-one now. You don't need my umbrella anymore. And that is what is supposed to happen. We're supposed to graduate. And you're supposed to go into whatever ministry, one-on-one with God. And then we go back and we consult with that mentor, that pastor. And we can stop. I'm like, okay, I need your help. Okay? But how creative do you allow yourself to be? I mean, really. When was the last time you colored? I started my coloring again. Break out of your comfort zone and into your creative fertility zone. Just allow it to flow. Because you have the power to create planes, new surfaces, whole new things in the spirit. You have the power to open up a new path where there was none. And you gotta let your inner child play to awaken your creativity. Go get some crayons. There are so many adult coloring books out here. I love them. I had to stop myself because every time I went to a store, I was buying a coloring book. I got to stop. Let your little child play and feed the creativity that you need in this season. So what does my mind need this week? Marie Laveau. I'm going to do it like I did the other one so you can see it without the glare. Marie Laveau. Yes. Isn't she gracious? Good juju. Okay, that's what your mind needs, some good juju. Marie Laveau comes from New Orleans, okay? And she is the goddess of good juju. Her temple is ancestors. You know, the ancestors are always around you, guiding you. Her element is fire, creating. That's the energy in fire, creating. And what did God just say to you? Create, create, create. Her guidance to you is, you have been granted the greatest inheritance. You have been granted the greatest inheritance. What is that inheritance? Good juju. So, if you don't know what juju is, I'm going to give you a little, if you don't know what juju is, I'm going to give you a little background on it. Well, the juju is a spiritual belief system originated in Ghana, Nigeria, Cameroon, okay? And it involves objects like amulets, maybe some rings and spells, which are used in religious practices. And juju is neither good or bad. It's the energy, okay? Some people might maybe call it some type of magic. I don't know if they refer to it as black magic. I'm not going to say that, but it's energy. And what you're doing is a transference of energy to objects. It's the same, similar, not the same, but similar to how Christianity uses the cross, their symbol of the cross, as a spiritual object. So that's what juju is, and transferring that energy to objects. That's similar to me. I use crystals. Crystals are the objects. Transference of my energy and different energies in order to help me think, to help me clear certain chakras, that brow chakra, and keep myself clear. Good juju, because that's exactly what this stone is for. But as with anything, even in magic, spirit, being spiritually gifted, it can be used in a bad way. It doesn't mean it's bad. It just means that there's a yin yang to everything. There's a good, there's a light, and a dark. So juju can be used for constructive purposes, or, like I said, for not so constructive purposes. Okay? So just be aware that anytime you're dealing in energy, any type of energy, it can be used for good and for not so good. Okay? So that's your juju. So this week, God said you got good juju. You just need to understand and believe up here that you got good juju. Stop believing them lies people telling you. So what is your embodiment? What does the goddess want you to know? This is a time of increase for you. Not for anybody else. Not for your brother. Not for your husband. Not for your wife. Not for your children. For you. You are an heir or heiress to a rich, and I say rich, heritage of divine prosperity. There are things waiting for you in spirit that you can't pull down because, why? Your focus is on others, external. What did I say? We create what is already in us. We have the power to create our reality. You are allowing those external forces to create your reality. God's calling you back. Accept your ancestral inheritance. That's what it talks about, your ancestors. Do you know that ancestors died so that you could be free? Ancestors went through living hell so that I can be right here saying this to you. My grandmother was one of them. I inherited her gift, her good juju. I could have denied it, said I don't want it, but I inherited it from her because she was before me in the spiritual realm. So she's my ancestor. She's still here. She come and give me my little nudges. She tell me what I didn't know. Your favor is being supported by the universe, by the angels, by your ancestors. So what are you waiting for? Abundance is God's way. So open your mind to receive your good juju in abundance. Do not limit your possibilities. The sky is the limit. Your declaration for this week is, all I do is win. Everything I touch. It's a scripture in the Bible talk about when God puts you into, you'll get everything every step your foot goes, it's yours. Because you're in my purpose now. Okay? All I do is win. What does my body need? We got to do the physical. You got to keep this temple in shape. And you'd be surprised how much your spiritual life will damage your physical body. Yeah. My mama, my ancestor, Yamaya, hailing from the Euretia. Yes. And she's beautiful. Look at her birth. You see that? Water, dolphins, birth, life. Awakening. Awakening. That's what your body needs, awakening. She is the goddess of awakening. And like I said, she hails from the Yoruba tribe in Nigeria. My ancestors. My spiritual mama. She's always around me. Oshun is her daughter. Just so you know. But Yamaya, she's the mother of all other Orishas. She is the ultimate mom. Okay, if you want to go back and let's put it biblically, well, okay, we're going to leave it there. You would be thinking of Sarah. when God blessed Abraham and said Sarah would be the mother of all nations. Okay, so your Maya is the mother of all Orishas. Nothing is lost. Everything is transformed. Understand the water, the purification of water. You don't lose anything. Water purifies, cleanses, makes anew. Okay? Nothing is lost. As established by the law of conservation of energy. Okay? Energy cannot disappear. We all have a certain energy in our body, and this is what makes us, this is very scientific and spiritual, okay? Because our bodies are in tune with the energy of the earth and the way the earth rotates, and there's this field, and all of that really does happen. I mean, you ever watch and see sometimes if things, when oh, I know a good way to know. Going to higher elevations, because I've been up in the hills of West Virginia. Higher elevations, you will begin to see a difference in your body, in your breathing. So we are physically attached in energies to the earth and to those around us, okay? So, but energy doesn't disappear. It transforms, it changes, okay? Which result in very small electrons. Energy is inside everything. You can transfer energy to objects. Whether you know it or not, when you're wearing jewelry, I never share my jewelry, I just want you to know that. But when you're wearing it, your energy is transferred into these objects. Now, I did ask, and do you know, okay, we're going to go into this real quickly because you know the transference, do you know that that's why Elijah, get the right one, the Shah, S-H, Elijah was the mentor. When he was taken, the only thing Elisha wanted was his cloak. Why did he want his cloak? Because his energy, his anointing was transferred into that cloak. And what is he going to do? Put it around him, and that, what are you walking in? That energy transforms. Okay? Indians call it Manutu, the spirit of things. Okay, and I'm Native American too, so go figure, I got both on my side right here, right? The Yoruban philosophy and the Native American philosophy, that it's the spirit of things. There's a spirit in everything. Okay? So what does this mean for you? A respectable woman, an affectionate mother, or motherhood. Birthing. Because you remember her picture? She's pregnant. She's pregnant with purpose. Do you know? I gotta share this. This is so exciting because see, this is purpose coming out for me. And if I get a chance to share that, I would love to share this card and this logo I made. I have been working on ministry for more over 20 years. And I have, my original program was called Mothers of Destiny. Do you know that my logo was of a woman who was pregnant? And in one, it was like a double-sided, where you can, what do you do with that mirrored one? One side had a chalice in it, that was purpose, and one side had a baby in it. Oh my God, so seeing this, purpose is what we're birthing. Oh, God, I gotta now see. Marriage or engagement, that's commitment. It doesn't mean you're going to get married to somebody. It means you need to get married to purpose. You need to be committed to it. A dignified figure, proud of her position, and responsible for her duties and functions. What does that mean? She takes care of her purpose. She takes care of that gift that God gave her. I'm not going to waste this. Do you know what he did to get this in me? And to pull it out. Let's talk about that. I'm not wasting this. She takes care of her purpose. Now, that's another thing that is, God just wants you to know in this card being pulled, that You can be hypersensitive to pain, okay, and sentimental. And you know what that is? You know how for women, I'm not speaking to the men at the moment, but for women, when you're hormonal, when you're pregnant, you're hypersensitive, emotionally and physically. If somebody don't touch me, that's the energy. And when we're birthing something, it's the same thing. You know, we go somewhere and hibernate for them 9 months, and we nurture that baby that's inside. We nurture it, we take care of it, we take care of ourselves a little better with gender, because we can make birth something important. And that's where you have to take care of your body, because your body is part of your purpose. Your body is your temple. God put that purpose inside you. And now you need to finish the race. Because it's meant for you to do. Not for you to pass down to somebody else to do, because that's not going to happen. But, we could look at Bible stories where that didn't work out. This is what I'm trying to say. Do what God wants you to do. Take care of your body and be careful during this time of what you ingest, who you're around. Because right now we're hypersensitive spiritually. You don't want to pick up stuff that you can't let go of easily, because that's going to slow you down. Okay? Spirit is wide open and flowing. So it's making us more vulnerable and sensitive. So understand that all energy affects you physically. And if you can't find any medical reason for what's going on in your body, then it's time to go inside. What energies are you entertaining? Okay? So this goddess governs the female erogenous areas as well. So this is all about birthing. This is all about purpose, passion. And the blood. What's in your blood? God has this stuff in us. That's why they talk about it's nothing but the blood. The blood is what cleanses you and drives. And that's what all the things that your body needs is in that blood. So you got to make sure that blood is flowing and clear and healthy. That you're living on purpose. That you're entertaining only the energies that God said you need at this time on purpose. So her guidance to you, wake up. Awaken now to your true self. I know you was crying last night, but are those tears of joy or sorrow? Let them out, because guess what? Yamaya, the mother of all, swallows all your tears. You see all that water around her? She got plenty of room for your tears. Deposit them to her. That'll take those things away from you. The understanding, the embodiment of this reading is that you are vibrating in a higher frequency. That's why I focused on that brow chakra, your third eye. You're vibrating at a higher frequency. That's why you're sensitive, hypersensitive. But you need to in this leg. So you can hear with clarity directly to God what He needs you to do. Without distraction, without cloudiness, without faults, T-ness. There's always somebody trying to put a monkey wrench in it. So, as a result, you see things differently. And when you're here vibrating at a higher frequency, energy has been transformed within you. The energy doesn't go anywhere, it transforms. So, God has awakened your gifts, your purpose, your good juju. And now it's time for you to walk in and do what you need to do, but you realize that you're going to have to be careful. Take care of yourself, of your body. This is Goddess Rising. You are waking up. Yes, I woke up after I got finished with COVID. Oh, guys. I mean, I woke up, didn't need the glasses anymore. Absolutely. I still need them for this purpose. But the spiritual eyes, I didn't need the glasses no more. It's clear. And once you are in the knowing, you can't go back. There's no going back. I can't go back to what I was before because I know too much now. I know. It's time to live in the knowing, in the vision, in the third eye, in the sight, and get things done for God. The path of awakening is not a straight path. And that's why I always talk about, discovering your life path. That course helps you be able to get on this path and realize how to stay on it. Because there's always going to be things that's going to come and try to bump you off. It's not a straight path. It's not comfortable or easy. But it will bring you peace, prosperity, joy, fulfillment, and financial abundance. People will look at you and be like, I want what you got. Yeah. And I'm even going to donate money to what you got so that I can get some around me, or I'm going to pay whatever it is I need to pay to get what you got. That's purpose. So remember that your body is a divine temple used for God's purpose. Okay? Allow God to open your room. Allow God to open your spiritual womb so that you can birth your calling, your purpose, the reason He even set you here. Now is the time. And live in commitment and knowing and vision. Living in that third eye. Here, right there. You came here to dig into the soil, plant yourself. And guess what? Grow. And there's really not anything you can do about it because, this ascension is your divine purpose. This is what's supposed to happen. You can try to stop it. You can say, I don't want to do it right now. It's going to happen whether you want it or not. It's just that what you're going to end up doing is making your heart roader. What you're going to end up doing is making your road harder. But it's happening. God's will is going forth, whether you want it or not. So this God's declaration to you is today says, I am receiving and radiating purpose, love. I am radiating and receiving love on purpose. Love is at the core of everything. God is love. I love you. If she love you, you're going to be like, oh no, I'm not letting you get me off my path. And you be on purpose.